Hi, this is Max, and welcome to the first Stoa. So, Epictetus said more than 2,000 years ago that it's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it. I think this is even more important in our day and age, and this is what I want to talk about today. I've been writing a lot of articles lately, and one of the concepts that comes back again and again for me is how you step between stimulus and response and the choice you get there. And if you get better at choosing your responses, I think your whole life will change. That's the game we're playing. If I would have only one teachings to give over and over again, that would be this one. So I figured that we could look into what's the dynamic behind that today. And for that purpose, I'd like to go back to the articles I wrote this week on my friend's book, David Emerald, The Power of TED. He has a fun triangle that he displays in there to elaborate on this inner dynamic. So let's look at that. He calls it Fisbe. So he says when you focus your attention on what happens, whether it's circumstances, a situation, or a person you're dealing with, you're going to generate an inner state. And that inner state will prompt a behavior for you. So Fisbe, focus, inner state, behavior. He advises us, or he warns us, that oftentimes we think that we are reacting to a problem. But in reality, we are much more likely to react to our anxiety or our emotions that are generated as far as what we're facing. So let's say I'm having a heated discussion with my spouse, and something that he or she says or does sparks something within me, some frustration. Well, that's an emotion, right? My inner state will then dictate my behavior, and I might react with the famous fight, flight, or freeze response. So I might, counterattack and say something stupid, or become harsh or mean, or maybe I'll just, back down and freeze because I don't know what to say, or perhaps I'll walk away because I don't want to face this situation. I don't know how to cope with it. So when a stimulus occurs, that's how I represent it. You're going to have a reaction to it. The space here in between, this gap, that's where you get to choose your response. And that, my friends, that's the game we're playing. If we get to be a little bit better every day to master our responses to any given situations in our life, we're going to live with so much more tranquility, so much more equanimity. We're going to master ourselves a little bit more. We're going to become better versions of ourselves. And this is going to ripple out, not only within us, but with the world and how we interact with the world. So this is not to be taken lightly. That's such a powerful concept. And if we get to understand the mechanics a little bit more and know ourselves and how we, Maslow, or was it Maslow or Emerson that says, know thyself. Yes, know thyself. Know how you react to things. What are your impulses? Observe that. Become a little bit more conscious, and then decide. Choose your responses. That's the whole game right there. As Viktor Frankl said, everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Isn't that beautiful? And that's true. So, my friends, choose your responses. Become the master of your own responses. Step between stimulus and response. Be better every day, a little bit. I wish you well and a whole lot of practice because it's going to take a while before you master this. You might never master it. Actually, you will never master it, and that's okay. But be conscious of it and try to do a little bit better every day. Cheers. See you next time.